Thanksgiving is right around the corner, which means fun, festivities, family, friends, and of course, food. Thanksgiving seems to be the start of an entire holiday season filled with food, fat, sugar, cheese, gooey, chocolatey, rich, sweet, and delicious. Oh my gosh, is anybody else's mouth watering? I know mine is. It seems to be the start of the season that's set out to sabotage all of us trying to lose weight or trying to maintain a weight loss goal. But I am here to tell you today, my friends, that it does not have to be that way. I have 10 tips to help you survive Thanksgiving, and I firmly believe that if you survive Thanksgiving, the start of the holiday season, that you can stay on track all season long as you survive day one. Does this sound interesting to you? Let's dive right in. Before we jump into my 10 tips, I just wanted to say hello to anybody that is new here. My name is Brianna, and I am the diva behind Diva and the Divine. And if you are not new here, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate each and every one of you. Want to be part of the Diva and the Divine community? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there and ring the little bell so you get notified every time I upload something new. Okay, so 10 tips to help us stay on track this Thanksgiving. I believe that if we start Thanksgiving strong, you know that whole progress brings more progress, momentum brings more momentum. If we can start Thanksgiving hitting the ground running, then we should be able to run right through the holiday season with minimal roadblocks. So, number one, water, water, water. Drink water in the morning. Stay hydrated throughout the day. Drink water in between your alcoholic beverages of choice. Have a glass of wine, have a glass of water, have another glass of wine, have another glass of water or two. Drinking water and staying hydrated helps keep your body functioning properly and functioning efficiently. It takes up a little bit of that room in your stomach to hopefully make you feel fuller. If you are drinking in between your alcoholic beverages, you are not consuming as many calories as if you always had an alcoholic beverage in your hand. And water is just good for you. It's just plain good for you. In any tip video regarding health and fitness anywhere, I can almost guarantee you that drinking water is going to be one of the tips because it's just one of the best things you can possibly do for your body. It's free, it's easy, it feels good, it tastes good. At least I think water tastes good. It's my favorite thing ever. And it is absolutely 110% necessary. Tip number 2, bring a dish to share. One of the things that has the ability to strike the fear into a Weight Watcher, a diet person, someone trying to lose weight the most is going to an event and not having anything that they feel is on plan. Be the solution to the problem, my friends, and bring your own dish to share. Want to make sure there's some things that are 0 points there? Bring some steamed vegetables. That's all you gotta do. Bring some steamed vegetables. Enough for everybody. Help encourage other people to make a healthy choice as well. But you can at least rest assured knowing I have 0 point food that I can pile onto my plate along with all the good stuff, which will help fill up my tummy for 0 points and help keep me on track even while I'm indulging in the Thanksgiving feast. Don't want to bring vegetables? That's okay too. Anything that you think will help you stay on plan is a great idea to bring, and bring enough to share with other people because that encourages others to make the healthy choice that you want to make as well. Tip number 3, you might not like, but it's the truth. Wake up. Get moving. Guys, get a workout in before the Thanksgiving meal. It is so important to get your body moving, not just because it's going to give you the energy that you need to survive the day with your family, but it's also going to help you in a couple of ways. Have you ever noticed that when you work out, you kind of feel like, hey, I worked out today, I'm making great health choices for myself, so let me continue the trend of making positive health choices, and then on the days that you work out, you tend to eat a little bit better too. When I make healthy choices, it only makes me want to make more healthy choices. So when I work out, I don't necessarily want to negate my workout by binge eating Cheetos on the couch. I want to keep moving. I want to drink the water. I want to make sure that I'm fueling my body properly. And it all stemmed from a workout in the morning. At a loss for what to do, I can guarantee you that there's probably a turkey trot over by you somewhere. I know that's what my family is going to be doing. My husband, my sister-in-law, her boyfriend, and I are all going to be walking. Well, they're going to be running. I'm going to be walking a 5K turkey trot early on Thanksgiving morning. That means that most of my steps are going to be achieved before even 9 o'clock in the morning, which means my body is burning extra calories. I'm making healthy choices, and it means that I can feel a little bit less guilty about making some indulgent choices later on. Get moving, get the blood flowing, and make a good decision for your body before you might make a couple of poorer ones a little bit later. Tip number 4 is know what you're getting yourself into. Odds are a lot of us are food trackers. We like to keep track of points or calories or macros or something, and we log what we eat. But on Thanksgiving, a lot of us tend to not log what we eat for one of 2 reasons. One, ignorance is bliss, and if you don't track it, it never happened. Am I right? I mean, that's wrong, but am I right? And the other thing is you just don't know where to start. There's so many things that you don't have control over. Aunt Sue made sweet potato casserole, you have salads, you have all sorts of things on the Thanksgiving table that you had no control over. You don't know how they were prepared, and therefore you don't know how to track it. And so a lot of you will just throw up your hands, throw in the towel, and say, that's fine, I'm not going to track it. Hear me out, my friends. You might want to consider trying to track it even if it's not entirely accurate, because tracking some of it is better than tracking none of it. Not sure where to find the information you're looking for? Well, I do have one resource for you. Over on the iTrackBites blog, there is a Thanksgiving cheat sheet that was curated and written by moi. That's right, I'm over on the iTrackBites blog, and I am telling you the general idea of a lot of Thanksgiving table favorites this holiday season. The information that I curated there for you has the bites in carb conscious bites and better balance and sugar smart bites. And you have to keep in mind that these are very, very rough estimates. It is the average, it is just kind of what was pulled from the generic. This is a general, the general value of these things. It's not brand specific, it's not anything like that, but what this list that I wrote does for you is it allows you to walk into your Thanksgiving meal feeling empowered. At least you know that turkey might cost you about this, and pecan pie might cost you about this, and the sweet potato casserole and the cream corn and all that jazz. It's all on there, and you can at least have an estimate. It is much better to have a 30-bite meal tracked when actuality you ate 42 bites instead of having 0 bites tracked in actuality eating 42 bites. At least you kind of know, you can kind of gauge, and you know what you're getting yourself into. That will empower you to make positive choices, healthy choices. It allows you to choose what you want to spend your bites and points on, and it allows you to acknowledge what maybe you don't want to spend your bites, points, calories on. So I will have that blog post linked for you down below so you can use it as a resource. Tip number 5 is go do something after dinner. Whether it's taking the entire family for a walk, which would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. It might be something I consider because I will be in Florida, but for most of the United States, which is already weirdly cold, perhaps doing something like going and doing an activity after dinner. Maybe go get your Christmas tree and then haul it on in and start decorating. Get your body moving. Play a game with the kids. Run around a little bit. I don't know what kind of options are out there. Let me know your suggestion in the comments below, but do something, because a little bit of movement after that big meal when our impulse is to lay back and fall asleep on the couch and just let that meal sit there, the movement's gonna help you digest, it's gonna help you burn some extra calories, and it's gonna help keep your energy up despite all of the turkey that we just consumed. Tip number 6 is pace yourself. I'm sure you've all heard by now that it takes a handful of minutes for our stomach's signal that we are full to actually get to our brain and get processed. Therefore, it's very, very easy to shovel in all of the food before that signal actually gets sent. So it's important to pace yourself this Thanksgiving. Fill your plates with the food that you want. Make sure you're taking the time to mindfully enjoy each and every bite. That sweet potato casserole might be something you only get a couple times a year, so every bite is special and absolutely delicious. Savor it instead of plowing your way through it. If you're eating a little bit slower, taking sips of water in between and everything like that, it allows time to pass, and perhaps that signal will actually get to your brain. The same goes for if you finish your plate, wait 10 to 15 minutes, have some conversation with the people that you have around the table, but wait to go and refill your plate to see if you actually want seconds. And then when you go back for seconds, choose your seconds wisely. Don't just fill up on everything that you originally ate, but pick the things that you really want to enjoy and enjoy those for your second round instead of just having an entire another plate of food. Pacing yourself will allow you to eat less overall, and it will help you make sure that you don't overstuff yourself, because let's be honest, no one feels good after you've overstuffed yourself and have to undo your pants in order to relieve the pressure. We all know what I'm talking about, right? That's not fun. Tip number 7 is indulge selectively. There are so many awesome things on the Thanksgiving table, believe me, I know, and it's so easy to just go overboard and indulge in all of it all at once because it's all so good. But I urge you to be very selective about your indulgences. Sit and think about what your favorite items on the table are and enjoy those specific things while considering giving up a handful of others. Crescent rolls, maybe you don't necessarily need those because you can go and buy those any time of year from the grocery store and bake them up on any old Tuesday. But your sister-in-law's sweet potato casserole, bet you can't guess what my favorite indulgence on the table is something that only comes out once or twice a year. So that is something that's not only worth having a first serving of, but maybe going back for seconds. So maybe you leave the roll and have the sweet potato casserole. Maybe you have the pecan pie, but don't have the side of vanilla ice cream that you can get any old day. Indulge in your favorite things. Enjoy the food. Thanksgiving is a food holiday, and I urge you to absolutely enjoy every second of your meal. Enjoy yourself, but indulge selectively, and that will on its own save you the calories instead of just indulging in everything all at once. Think about what you're doing before you put it on your plate. Tip number 8 is eat breakfast. One major mistake that you can make is going, oh, dinner's at 3 p.m. I'm just not going to eat until then. You all know what's going to happen if you do that, right? You're going to show up to the Thanksgiving table absolutely ravenously hungry and ready to shovel in any food that you can get your hands on. This is the wrong approach. Instead, you should get up and have a great, healthy breakfast filled with protein and vegetables and filling foods that's going to sustain you, energize you, and keep your blood sugar level. That way, you can go to the meal feeling satiated and hungry, but not ravenously hungry, and that will empower you to make positive decisions at the dinner table. Tip number 9 is to be thankful. It is Thanksgiving after all, so stop and actually be grateful for the body that you have been given, the body that is functioning, the body that is allowing you to sit at your table with family and friends and enjoy this meal together, the body that allowed you to travel, the body that helped you prepare the meal. Whatever the case may be, remember that your body is a blessing and you should be thankful for it. How does this help you when it comes to weight loss? Because if you are sitting there and feeling immense gratitude for this body, don't you want to treat the body that you are so grateful for well? Perhaps then overindulging in 5 different dessert choices is not a choice you'll end up making because you want to treat your body well. Yes, you want to feed your soul, so have your dessert, but maybe don't have 5 desserts. If you are feeling thankful for your body, and I know this has happened to me, there are days I wake up feeling so thankful for my body and the fact that it can move, or the fact it survived that workout, or the fact that I stayed on track yesterday and I'm feeling great because of it. Being thankful for those things encourages me to make better decisions because I want to continue to feel thankful for this awesome body that I have. Expressing gratitude can also just help your mind be in a place of positivity and happiness and contentment, and it'll help you remember that the point of the day, while the food is great and everyone makes it about the food, the point of the day is to be thankful, my friends. So make sure you take the time to be thankful. And tip number 10 is remember that Thanksgiving is only one day. Let's say you go off the deep end. You eat all the rolls. You eat 3 servings of turkey and 5 servings of sweet potato casserole and then squeeze in a couple of extra desserts. My friends, that does not mean that on Friday when you're getting up to go shopping that you should continue that trend. Thanksgiving is one day. So what if you screw up? Just wake up the next day and promise yourself that you are back on track first thing Friday morning. As long as you can wake up the next day and get right back on track, that should tell you that any mishap, any slip up that you have during the holiday season, it is entirely possible to overcome. And ultimately, that is the goal here. The goal here is to live this healthy lifestyle. There will be events that you want to splurge on. There will be indulgences that you don't have plans, and there will be times that you flat out fall off the wagon. The power is in getting back up after you fall off and getting right back on that wagon. Thanksgiving is one day, not an entire season. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. What kind of decisions are you going to make on that Thursday morning? Are you going to wake up? Are you going to sleep in? Are you going to starve yourself and go to the table hungry? Or are you going to drink your water, eat a healthy breakfast, and maybe even sneak in a workout? Are you going to go into the meal completely blind and ignorant, because ignorance is bliss when it comes to eating on Thanksgiving? Or are you going to try and empower yourself by being informed, and that will allow you to help you make some decisions that might maybe even keep you on track a little bit? However it is you choose to spend your Thanksgiving, I hope that you have a very, very happy day filled with family, friends, lots of love, lots of fun, and of course, some really good food.